Good day, everyone. Today, I'll be conducting a technical guide on how to install and configure the Java binaries for Windows. So, if you currently have Java installed, but it is not performing as expected, I would first suggest you to uninstall your version of Java. To check the version of Java that is currently installed, you can open your start menu by pressing on the Windows button and typing cmd, running it as an administrator, and typing in Java dash version and pressing enter. If there is the command is not recognized as seen here, this means that there is no Java version that is installed. You can also double check this by opening your system settings by pressing Windows and I together. And in here we can check the add or remove programs, and we can check for apps such as Java or JRE or JDK, and as you can see, none of those are installed. So we can continue along. So the first thing that we want to do is we are going to open a web browser to download Java, and we are going to look for Adoptium. Okay, and we are going to choose the homepage adoptium.net. Okay. Here we can see that the website has automatically determined that we are using Windows x64. However, I'll be showing you a much more detailed here on how to properly identify what system we are using. So I'll be choosing the other platform and versions. Okay, so for the operating system, we are indeed using Windows. But for the architecture, you can determine this by opening the Run dialog box by pressing Windows and R together. And then here we are going to type in msinfo32 as so. And press on enter. And you can see under the system type that this is indeed an x64 based PC. So that is how you can verify your architecture. So that's why I'm going to choose x64 here. For the package type, there are two, JDK and JRE. JDK is the development kit, and it includes both necessary tools to develop a Java app and also the tools to run a Java app. JRE is just the runtime environment, which means it only includes the tool to run a Java app but not develop. So for the sake of completeness, I'll be choosing the JDK here. If you have JDK installed, you do not need JRE installed because it is bundled together. However, if you only have JRE installed, you do not have JDK, and therefore you have to install JDK as well. So for this situation, it is better to just install JDK as it includes the full solution. So for the version, for some old Java apps, you might need to use an older version such as JDK 11 or JDK 8. For the purpose of this video, I'll be using JDK 21. It is also preferred to stick with the long-term support LTS versions. So I'll be using Java JDK 21, and I'll be downloading the MSI version. Okay, you can press this button to download, but I have already downloaded this file. So it is here in Java install binaries. So I'm just going to open the installer. Okay. In the installer here, we are going to continue by pressing next, accepting the license agreement, and also pressing on next. In this here, if you launch the installer as an administrator, you would have this option where you can install for all users on the machine. So that's the global install, and this is much more recommended. So choose the all user option and press next. On this page, we are going to press on this box here, which says JDK with hotspot. And we are going to choose the second option, entire feature will be installed on local hard drive. So here we can see that it is added, it is going to add a path variable. It's going to associate the jar file, and it's going to override the Java home. So these are things that are actually required for the proper function of Java. Also the registration keys. So for example, if I were to open the system variables, you can do this by opening the Run dialog box by pressing Windows and R. and typing in sysdm.cpl, and then going to the advanced tab and selecting the environment variables. Okay, here we can see under path edit, you cannot see any references to Java. Okay, the setup will then later add one here, and it also add a variable named Java home, which currently does not exist. Okay, so we will monitor that later. So I'm going to again choose the entire feature will be installed on the local hard drive on the JDK with hotspot. Okay, press next, press install, wait for the installation to complete. Okay, the installation is completed. So now if I were to open back command prompt as an administrator and I type in Java minus version, just like before, we can now see that there is an output and it shows the version of the Java, okay, which is the Eclipse Temurin, and we can see it's the LTS version, and this is the build date. Okay, so this shows that Java is installed. And now if we take a look at the system environments, so sysdm.cpl, pressing on advanced environment variable, and then we can now see a Java home variable, okay, which points to the Java location. And we can also see that in under path, if I go into edit, we can see that the Java location has been added to path. Okay, so this means now if you try to launch a Java application, such as example this midis2jam application, which is a Java file, I just double clicked on it and the application launched. I can also do this to an application that I made by myself. So here, this application here, and I can also open this application. But what if you have already installed by using the steps that I gave, but you are still not able to do this? So there are two ways to fix this. So example one is for you to create a shortcut in the folder that has the jar file. So you're going to go under, you're going to right click, go under new and shortcut. Okay, and the shortcut location will be java w.exe minus jar. Okay, just like this. Enter. And the name of this shortcut will be open with Java, for example. Okay. So I'm just going to make this big, okay, so that it's easier to be seen. Now what I can do is I can drag this file, the Java file, and drop it in the shortcut, and it will launch the application. Okay. This is a simple workaround that you can do. However, for a more permanent fix, I would suggest a program that is called JarFix. So for this, we're again going to go here. I'm going to just look for JarFix under Google, and this is the correct website, Löfflmann.net. Okay, so we go here. So this is a utility this computer scientist made to fix this issue. So you can download the program here, jarfix.exe. Okay, I've already have it downloaded. So we're just going to launch it, and you should see something like this where it registers the Java file. So now it says here, the Java applications can be executed again by double click, and we can also verify this. If I go under the Java file again and I double click the file, and it launches. So I hope this solves your issues regarding the Java implementation, the Java installation under Windows client machines. Thank you.